Record. Okay, awesome. So, first thing that I always try to tell people is you don't have to wait for your materials to come in to get started. Truth be told, people are usually more successful when they are just like hit the ground running. When I started, I had basically no training. It took me a while to get my kit. If you guys could just mute yourselves. I'm trying to see somebody's unmuted. Okay. So you don't have to get started once you get your kit. You can get started as soon as you sign up. And truth be told, the people that start right away, like me, like I had no idea what I was doing. I look back at my time hop and I'm just like horrified because I'm like, who let me post that way? They were like the most spammiest ghetto looking posts I've ever seen. Like I didn't write anything that even made sense. I think like my first caption was holy crap and that was it. I had no idea what I was doing, but I just was like ignorance on fire. My favorite quote is ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. So sometimes people could be all about like researching and learning every little bit they could, but then they spend weeks not talking to people, just researching, and like that doesn't get anything done. You know, the best way to learn this business is as you go. When you're just like, you know, you hit the ground running and you're just off, you know, right to the races, and then you just come and ask questions as they arise. That's usually the best way to learn. A lot of people, a lot of runners on the team, I have to be careful when I say that, Jess and Britt, not runners like run, like runners, like really like strong distributors from the get-go. They learn on the fly usually. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of some philosophy, some tips and stuff. This isn't going to be a training in terms of like, I'm going to go tell you what to do tomorrow, or I'm going to tell you how to start your business. I hope that by the end of this, you guys feel so fired up and excited that you want to go run and go and, you know, take off on your own. That's what we love to see. And I want to give you a little bit of groundwork, explain where to find your answers, even though we're going to have a team Zoom more in depth on that coming up, but just some basics. So that being said, the first thing is posting. We figured out a way that Facebook controls what you see, when you see it, how many of your friends see it. All of that is controlled by the Facebook algorithm. When I first started, I could put up a picture, some grainy ghetto before and after with the caption of holy crap, and then that was enough to get the loyal customers like coming in. But times have changed. So that being said, Facebook realizes when you're posting something that's like an ad, and there's certain keywords to it that let people know that like, or let Facebook know that it's an ad. They make money on business pages. We waste all of our money on business pages. Like if you've ever been like, well, I'm going to go make a Facebook page. It costs so much to make that Facebook page appear to people over all of the other It Works pages that there are out there, that it's several $100s per month just to run that Facebook page. So now, why would Facebook want to let us get that kind of advertising for free on our personal page? So they do things like make the algorithm, make it more difficult for us to do what we do for free because they want their cut. So that being said, it's easy to get around. You just got to kind of have an idea around it. So the first component of working social media is posting. I put up the post challenge in Team Amato. Sometimes Devin does, like on the weekends, Devin takes that over and stuff. And we're always open to suggestions. If you have an idea for a post you'd really love to do or you think could be great, we want everybody to feel so comfortable coming to us with ideas. And, you know, we really just want to work with everybody. But that is a guideline for you guys. You don't have to follow it like to a T, but you should be posting about the business and the products daily. That being said, if you don't want to post as much as the post challenge says, the bare minimum that I would recommend, and I'll explain why, is at least one before and after post per day. I guess you can substitute it for product posts, but the before and afters, if you're not going to be posting a lot, the before and afters are important. And then a business lifestyle opportunity type of post. If in the post challenge, you'll see I'll write like, how did you get started? What is your why? What's one small thing that this business is paying for? Things like that. that counts as a lifestyle or a business or an opportunity post. So I'd say one of the actual before and afters or product posts and one business post per day is like the minimum. And now some people might be like, well, that's a lot. I don't want to spam my friends and everything. Well, if you're doing it and you still sound like you're not spamming your friends. You're advertising the thing that you do on the side as your little side business. So if you have friends that are like, ugh, I don't want to see that, then you can just change the privacy on the post to avoid them. But you want to think of your Facebook as your store. Now, if you don't post on your page, I should say, if you're hustling behind the scenes, face to face, making appointments, doing parties, belly to belly, then that's okay that you don't do social media. But it is a lot more work to do it that way. So if you do want to do social media, I want you to think of your Facebook as a store. If you're not posting every day, you're taking down all the signs, you're boarding up the windows, nobody knows what the hell you sell. Nobody knows what you offer or what you do. So is anyone really going to go in that store and ask for more information about the products? No, they're just going to keep walking by. So if you post about a lot of other stuff, if you just change out 2 of those posts per day, because I know a lot of distributors, I see them, they're active on Facebook, but they're posting stuff that isn't business related. You can't do it once a week. It has to be something where people start to know that you sell this stuff. So even if they don't like or comment that post, when the time comes that they are so convinced, they're going to reach out to you. Or if they down the line, they're checking themselves out in a fitting room somewhere and they're like, oh God, I really want to tighten this up. Guess who they're going to think of? They're going to think of you, that girl on their Facebook that sells this stuff. But that won't happen if you're not consistent about posting. It just won't happen. What was I going to say before? Oh, it takes about 17 exposures for somebody to make up their mind or equate something with you. So when I say the word soda, what do you think of? You think of, Pepsi, Coke, things like that. That's because everywhere you go, there's an advertisement, but it's not some infomercial about soda. It's just now that's synonymous. Now you think of soda, you think of Pepsi, you think of Coke, Sprite, whatever. And that is because you're so exposed to it. So you don't have to go ahead and spam your friends and exploit your friends. You don't have to be super over the top, cheesy and cheery. I want you guys to practice still sounding like you. A good exercise for sounding like yourself when you're trying to plan out your posts is close your eyes. Well, first of all, click the talk to text option. You can open it up in your notes. You can open it up in a blank text, whatever. You can text it to me if you want. I don't care. I'll work with you guys. But you close your eyes after you press the talk to text button, and I want you to pretend like you're telling your best friend about some girl's results you just saw. When you open your eyes, it's going to look all jumbled up. There's going to be lots of typos, and it's not going to make any sense probably. But what you're going to have there is a blueprint of what you would normally say if you weren't selling this. A lot of times people come into this and they think, oh, now I have to sound like an It Works person. But that actually turns customers off. The more it sounds like, the better. If you don't use emojis before, I will say this though, start using emojis. One, because it breaks up the eye. So if it's a bigger chunk of paragraph, somebody will just glaze over it and not want to give it any time of day. But if it's broken up with spacing, if you see sometimes I enter and I don't put everything on one chunk and I'll put emojis here and there. Not only does it break up the eye, the way it looks, but it also helps with the algorithm. Believe it or not, emojis actually, Facebook shows it to more people, which is crazy. The term message me, contact me, comment below, any of that stuff is going to trigger the algorithm because you're asking people to contact you. So you don't want to do that. There's no real need to, if you're not spilling all the info in the post and you're keeping it short and sweet and vague, people need to message you to reach out and be like, what the hell is this? Or they'll comment and be like, I want more info. That's the goal. You want people to reach out to you for more info or to comment that they want more info. You don't want to just put everything out there you want to be able to have something to talk about with these people when they do reach out to you. That being said, another big thing that we do is whenever anybody comments on your status, you just want to reply with, I'll message you, or I'm inboxing you, or something. Don't ask them to message you because people are inherently a little bit lazy, so they might not, or they forget. You know, it's kind of like when you're at the checkout, right? When you're at the register at Victoria's Secret and they have all the lotions and perfumes right there. They know that you're quickly going to grab it and buy it. But if you had time and you were walking around the store, would you have picked up that same mini bottle on the shelf? No. So when somebody is interested, you want to jump on that. You don't want to just let it simmer and let it, because then life's busy. There's something else is going to come up. They might forget to message you. So always reply, I'll message you. This way you don't give away everything and other people who are interested have to message you too. And then you private message them. So never give away information if someone comments that they are, you know, asking questions or whatever. So that's the first part, is posting. Now, I think I'm going to get into conversations before we get into interaction. Okay. So on Team Amato, there is, on the pinned post is a script. Now, I don't like scripts, quote unquote scripts. I don't care for them. I think that they sound very canned and impersonal. Now it's different from leader to leader, but that's just what I believe. I believe that when, like, someone can tell when it's a copy and paste kind of thing, right? So whenever somebody messages you about the products and you get to talking to them, there is a script on Team Amato in that pinned post. But even if you want to change the words a little, and I agree, I hate scripts, follow that script because it's simple. It's not like over the top cheesy, or, you know, there's no real like personality behind it, but that's okay. It just gives you the bullet point, what to say, when to wait for a response, everything like that. The only thing that you would change is that script is tailored to wraps. If you have other products that you're interested in, or I mean that your person's interested in that you're talking to, you would go to myitworks.com, look up that product, and that's where you're going to find the retail price for the item and the loyal customer price for the item. When you're using our script, you just change around the item and you change around the prices. And that's it. That's the glory of that thing. I still say that same exact stuff to people to this day. I sign on average about 20 distributors, 20 loyal customers per month using that same exact script all the time. I might change a word here or there, but it's the same order. It's the same basic principles. It's just pretty much, I have a script there, not because it's like, I don't trust you guys to say anything else, but because it's just easy. You're going to be answering the same questions all day. So it's easier for you to go copy and paste from there a response that you're going to send to, everybody else than it is to have to type it out each and every time. So that being said, in the beginning, until you get your first 4 loyal customers or challenges, those are the same thing, by the way. I say challenge because it sounds way less like Avon lady than loyal customer. Plus, if you read the script and you see that it says like, this is the retail price, or you can do a challenge with me, it gets people to ask you what a challenge is. Before, when we were saying loyal customer, they thought they just meant like, if you're a good customer, I'll give you this discount. So sometimes they wouldn't like ask what that was, if you're following me. So challenge just makes that clearer. But those are the same thing. So when you see loyal customer pricing, that's the challenge pricing. So that being said, until you sign your first 4 loyal customers or challenges rather, I want you guys to screenshot and send the conversation to me or your enroller before you respond. So hang on, someone hopped on here. I just want to mute them. Okay, so before you respond, you want to screenshot that and send it to your enroller. It's going to feel really weird. Like they're literally going to tell you what to say. And it's not because we think that you're stupid or incapable or anything like that. It's just because this is kind of a tricky thing to learn in the beginning. And the most subtle difference in words or how you say something could completely blow a sale. And that is something you learn on the go. So when your enroller tells you exactly what to say and you just copy and paste it, I know it might feel weird. I know that people are excited and want to be independent and show that they can do it. Some people even say, I don't want to bother you. It's not a bother. When you join someone's team, it's their responsibility to train you to the best of their ability to have access to all the tools and success that you need. So that is what our job is. You're not bothering us. We never mind. If we don't answer within 15 minutes of you texting or asking for help, you can post in the team page for help always, or go to a team captain. I swear to God, I've been saying this forever. I'm going to post the recording of the captain meeting on our page either tonight or tomorrow. I promise you guys. It's just a pain in the butt to upload to YouTube. So I'm going to do that, and I will have it for you guys to explain like who you could go to, who you can go to for help. You're not limited to just your enroller. So if ever they're not available or I'm not available, there are a lot of other people you could go to for help for sure. But it always is great when you get those steps down, when you know where to go for info and go for answers. So I will say this. I know it feels awkward and people sometimes don't remember to screenshot and send it to the enroller. They just type it up and send it. If you send me a conversation that's already taken place, I will not read it. I just don't have the time to backtrack through convos. So I am happy to walk people through a conversation where I tell you what to say and you send it. You send me their reply, blah, blah, blah. I can do that on the fly. I don't have the time to go back through 7 screenshots and read what happened. So the people who usually go along with this and just screenshot and let us help them are the ones that usually get their first 4 loyals very quickly, and they are off to a great start. So, and the ones that are usually independent and just want to do it, their way in the beginning and aren't trained yet, not to be harsh, but they usually have a harder time signing people, distributors, loyal customers, whatever. So utilize us. We are here to help you. So that's the first part, is posting when someone comments, when they message you or whatever. Now, I mentioned before that it's Facebook decides what you want to see, who you want to see, blah, blah, blah. So the way around that, beyond just what we're posting, is also our interaction. Now, if you notice, you get on your news feed and you see the same people all the time usually, right? So that's Facebook deciding who you interact with most, and that's who they're going to show your stuff to and who you're going to see their stuff. And it's a pretty limited amount of people considering you have a lot more on your friends list. So I recommend depends on what kind of money you're going for, how much you want to put into this. I will say that doing this full time, I take about an hour every day and I go into my friends list and I go into my Facebook, I go to my friends list, and then I scroll through and I interact with anybody who I don't usually see on my newsfeed. I go and I comment and I like something. It's simple. You don't have to comment something like epic. You can just comment, and the best is when they post funny stuff because you can just comment LOL. It's so easy. Or you can comment on their display photo, their profile picture. You can just be like, so pretty. I love your shirt. I love your, lip color, whatever. You can just find something simple. People love compliments. They remember people who compliment them and it sticks out to them. So they may just go and check out your page if you leave a nice compliment on their page, just saying. Who doesn't love a compliment? But that interaction every day, even if you do it for 20 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, whatever, obviously the more time you spend, the more money you're going to get. But just doing a little bit each day, if you can in the beginning, you're going to see your results are going to be a lot better. You're going to see people that you didn't even know you're Facebook friends with on your newsfeed. And you can be like, oh, I know why, because I interacted. So that's what's super important. I want you guys, yes, we focus on sales, which I'm going to get to that in a second as well. But I want you guys to get just how we get excited when we get a new customer. I want you guys to get excited based on the interaction you guys do. Like, I want you guys to get excited every time you see someone brand new on your news feed, or you get a like or a comment from someone you didn't even know you were Facebook friends with. Those are things to be excited about, because that's showing that you're expanding your network, which is that's what this is all about. All right, so those two go hand in hand, the interacting and the posting. Now, in the beginning, the first thing you want to do is get your 4 loyal customers. I know that a lot of leaders recommend doing a hundreds list and all this stuff, but I think that's a little bit intimidating in the beginning, especially if you've never done network marketing or anything like this before. So I recommend that you do a list of 20 people. Now, these people are going to be like, if something huge happened in your life, like something amazing, and you couldn't wait to share that with people, who would be like the top 20 people, even if you're not like, you're not crazy about every single person on your list, you're not like talk to them every single day, but people that you have some sort of relationship with in some way. Make a list of 20 people, starting with the ones you're closest to, like family and significant other or whatever, and then work your way down to acquaintances. These people, I would just reach out to them and just catch up with them, make small talk, ask how they are. And then I would say, so I'm really excited. I started doing one of those online businesses. I'm actually doing the one that offers the body wraps. I'm really, really excited. And then I guarantee you they're going to ask the questions about it. So you don't even have to worry about being like, this, that, the other thing. We have this product and that product and buy my stuff, because that's kind of awkward, especially when it's people that you're close with. You don't want to sell out and like exploit them. I get it. But just genuinely talking to them, like, I just started this thing. I'm pretty excited. I don't know what the hell's going to be, but we'll see, and it kind of allows them to ask questions about it and not feel like you're selling them. That's one way to do it. Posting regularly to get your first 4 loyal customers, that'll help you. And then using the products. So when I started this, I was broke. I had no money. I could barely afford the startup. Like, I had to ask Nick for money. Like, I was in rough shape, and my parents would have never supported something like this. So I couldn't go to them for money. So I just had to deal with it. I couldn't really use anything in the beginning. I had to use the wraps that came with my kit, and that was it. So what I started doing after that was, sorry, something else is on. Okay, so what I started doing after that was I started using my commissions to buy product little by little. And as I bought the product, I would post about, I'm so excited for my order to come in the mail. I don't know what to pick to try. Did you know we have more products than just the wraps? Because seriously, I didn't. I had no idea. I thought we had the wraps and like these fruit chew things that we sell too. I thought that was it. We have like 40 different items. So you never run out of stuff to post about. I would post about, I'm stalking my mailbox for my order to come through. And then when I would get it, I would act like I am holding the golden friggin' ticket. Like I would post pictures with it. Like I was, posting with my boyfriend, and I loved it. So even if I felt like garbage that day, posting in that kind of way, excitement's contagious. So the more excited you are about something, you don't want to be like, yay, fat fighters, so excited, I can eat pasta. Like, you want to be like, I'm so pumped to save 70% of the carbs in this friggin' meal I'm going to have. It's great. That excitement is what gets people engaged and, want to message you about it. So there's that as well. I'm trying to think of other ways to get your first 4 loyal customers. Launch party. Okay, so people get intimidated by a launch party, but a few things. No one's expecting you to cater it, send out save the dates and stuff like that. Like, it shouldn't even be called a party. It's like a launch get together, I say. And all you need to do is have bottles of water, and your enroller will help run it. If you need extra supplies, they will help you out with that. If they can't, I'll provide it. We'll help each other out, because, one day you'll pay it forward with your distributors and help them get started, but you want to just invite people, like your friends, family, anybody you can think of, really. It does not have to be huge. You don't have to be like, oh man, I only have like 4 people, blah, blah, blah. That's still good. even if there's nobody there, it can turn into a training session with your enroller, and it's good because you get to learn about the products, see them, you know, things like that. So I don't want you guys to get all bent out of shape like, oh, you know, my house isn't perfect, or, oh, I can't afford to buy food for people, or, you know, things like that. It's literally just maybe an hour and a half-ish, and you invite people over. I'll post a video, a really good video from one of the ambassador diamonds in our company about having a wrap party. They break it down for you guys. It's so simple. It's crazy. People, when they're in front of you and they have the brochures in front of them, they're going to end up becoming more excited about the products, and they're going to end up buying more, or at least they'll learn something that they didn't know before, or they'll have a different view of the company. They might think it's a little hokey. I did. And they might leave with a whole new perspective, you know? People who have launch parties usually get off to a much better start because during that wrap party also, they gain the confidence to talk to people about the stuff. You know, you don't have to do anything. You watch your enroller run it for you, but you know, you obviously take notes and learn as they're doing it. And it helps you get the hang of talking about the stuff in front of people. So I really, really recommend doing a launch. The sooner, the better. At your launch, you'll have stuff to sample, but you'll also have your wraps. Wrap cash is a great way to make money in the beginning. And wrap cash is when you get the wrap on someone, you charge them $25. And that is cash in your pocket. You don't have to claim that. You don't have to give that to anyone, send it anywhere. That is literally just cash and carry. Here's a wrap. Give me my money. Have a great day. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, can't you be a little bit better customer service than that? But you get my point. Like, it's not supposed to be some big elaborate thing. It's just an easy way to get some extra cash. It's great. At your party, you can maybe do something where if someone brings a friend, they get their wrap for $20. You know, it's still cash in your pocket and a way to get in front of more people to help launch your business. So wrap cash is exceptional for that. I love it. Love it. There's no better feeling than like handing someone a box of wraps and getting $100. That's great. I've met people in many a parking lot to do that, and that's my favorite. So yeah, utilize that. Oh wait, I see stuff in the chat. Hang on. Britta, can you hear us? So Britta, I think I just showed Devin this. In the top left corner, there should be like a little speaker button. Just if you click that, you should be able to hear things a lot better. Type in the chat if that helps. Okay, anyway. So what else? So your launch party is really great. Posting consistently, interacting with people. What else did I have? I have really bad ADD, so like my train of thought. Sorry guys, I look like cracked out when this happens, but I completely forget what I was gonna say. Anyway, so your first promotion. Now, I don't want to overwhelm you guys. I think the first step is really getting those 4 loyal customers down and to be, you know, super casual and authentic when you talk to them. Use the script so you have a outline of what to say when. But before that, do that with your enroller. Like, do the screenshots with them. Book your launch, and that's how you get started in this business. You know, a philosophy that I would suggest is get the wrap on people. I just mentioned wrap cash. It's a great thing. But when you put the wrap on people, a lot of times they're skeptic. And in front of their eyes, they see, you know, results happen, and they'll want to either become your distributor, or they'll want to become your loyal customer, or sign up for a challenge. So, and you make $25 each time. So get the wrap on people. Make appointments with them. If you want, you could just, please. I've wrapped people in a Bloomingdale's bathroom when someone brought their 2 screaming kids, and they were like, you know, laying literally on the floor in the mall bathroom with their face on the floor. That was interesting. And I'm like wrapping their mom, and their kids are like, you know, like making out with the floor. It was disgusting. But anyway, it doesn't have to be fancy. You just show up, throw the wrap on them, get your money, and be like, I'll text you later. Your results are awesome. You know, that's a really great, quick way to make money and get started. So.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
It's okay. It's all right. No problem. I'm going to I'll send you the recording after this. Let me just, I'm going to mute you. If you have a
Me too.
question though, type it in the side. So your first promotion, I don't want to overwhelm you guys. Your top, first priority is the 4 loyal customers. However, every promotion in this business is built on the simple ratio of 3 distributors, 4 loyal customers. That is what we call steps to success. Every month, you want to shoot to just get the 4 loyal customers and the 3 distributors. Now, that's not saying that if you don't, something bad is going to happen or anybody judges you. It took me like 6 months to start to complete the steps to success every single month. It took me a while to get the hang of it. So, but that's like a personal goal. If ever you're like, well, what am I working for? What am I working towards? What's my, goal? I need something to know what I'm doing. The steps to success. You might not complete it. You might complete it once. You might complete it 5 times. And I hope that you do. But that is our guideline in this entire business. And the way that helps you promote is once you sign your 3 distributors and your 4 loyal customers, you're going to teach those 3 distributors you just signed up, you're going to teach them to do the same. And then onward and onward and onward. So you don't have to be worrying about being a mass enroller. Just work on getting to the point where you can complete the steps to success. That's the big milestone. And of course, your enrollers, me, whoever, we're all here to help. I don't know if you guys know about the company, their mantra is 1 team, 1 mission. So whatever team someone's on, you can still reach out to them. You can still ask for help or ask for guidance. It doesn't matter. Point in case, Ashley O'Neill's my best friend, and she's one of our team captains, and she is not on Team Amato. Like she's technically on Team Amato, but like she's not signed by me. She's signed by my enroller. So, but we're sidelines and we help each other out. That's, what the whole thing is. So if you find someone on the team and you want to get to know them and talk and get close, please, by all means, we are all trying to do the same exact thing. No matter what rank we're at, we're all trying to do the same thing. So feel free to reach out and get close. Now, that being said, I mentioned before about from an Ambassador Diamond, and my favorite quote was, "Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice." The person who said that is Joel Dunn. Him and his wife, Stephanie, are the top income earners in the whole company. They're what we call a black diamond. And that means that you had to make $100K a month in commissions. Is it 100, Nick? Yes. 100K in just commission per month for at least 6 months to get to that rank. And that's just commission. That doesn't count bonuses. That doesn't count anything else, which we'll explain the bonuses like as, this is just the first training, but it's a crap ton of money. So those are people that you want to follow on Facebook for sure. When I got started, I mentioned that I didn't really have any training. So I picked up social media through what I saw because Pam Souter, who we call the Queen of Raps. She's awesome. Her Facebook is awesome too. She says you can be a copycat. You just got to make sure you copy the right cat. And that's another thing. It's like an unspoken rule. We all take each other's stuff, like we all use each other's posts and everything. Just wait a few days between using it. But Joel Dunn, Stephanie Dunn, those are great people to follow on Facebook. There's Alyssa Bilyeu. Oh my God, I love her. She's great. ALISSA BILYEU. She's the best. So she started out as a blogger. So you're going to see her posts are a lot more stylized and pretty and, it looks like a blog, basically, her Facebook. So I found an ambassador that had a style that I kind of liked and related to, and it was Alyssa Bilyeu. So I watched her YouTube videos. I tried to learn as much as I could and implement it. And she's awesome. She's also really sweet. If ever anyone reaches out to her, like she usually answers back. She's awesome. She gave me her phone number to text with her, and I'm like, what? She's the most normal person you'll ever talk to, but she's one of the top income earners, and she's really sweet. So I will put a list of these types of ambassadors and distributors to follow for inspiration. I'm going to put a list of them up in the team page so that you guys have like something you can go and, read. But yeah, you know, if you find other distributors in this business that aren't on the list that I have, share it with the team because we love that stuff. We all eat that stuff up when we find new people to like watch, stalk them out. YouTube trainings. I love putting these on in the background while I'm cleaning, while I'm driving, while I'm doing anything. Like if I put it on, even if it doesn't have my full attention, hearing it playing kind of gets me in the mindset where I know it's like time to put work in, you know, or I'm expanding my mind, things like that. So YouTube trainings by the ambassadors that I'm going to post about are great. Oh, I stumbled across a really good one. They're actually not even distributor. What is this guy called? I just sent it to Alexandria today. I was like, listen to this guy. I literally have 19,000 pictures. How did this happen? Nick, can you call my sister? I think she's downstairs. His name is Baron Cruz, BARRON CRUZ. He has something called the Charisma Matrix. It's awesome. One of his videos, just to give you an example, I'm going to rattle off a few. 3 steps to start a conversation with anyone at any time. So nervous you can't talk. How to speak smoothly when you're scared. First impressions. Secret to eye contact. I mean, what is this one? Small talk, mastering small talk. So I may come across like I'm so outgoing and outspoken and confident, stuff like that, but I get pretty nervous when I'm in front of new people in person. Like breaking that ice. Once I break the ice, like I'm good. But that's the most intimidating thing to me. And the thing that I've had to learn how to master over the last like year and a half that I've been doing this is finding a way to talk to people. It's the most important part about what we do. So definitely check that guy out, especially if he's like a self-proclaimed introvert. He's like, I was super shy growing up and all this stuff. So he's great. But the point to all of this isn't so much like exactly what to do. It's that there are so many things available to you guys for info. It's a team page. There's YouTube videos. There's the captains. Any of my videos that are on the team page, you can go back and watch. Things like that. Product coach. If you guys haven't heard, it's awesome. myitworksproductcoach.com. That lists all of the products, all of the uses for those products, allergy information for those products. You know, it's just great. It's awesome, especially if no one's available to help you and you're struggling with like what to talk about in terms of product with someone. Having product coach to go and just like basically read up on a product, because you're not expected to know everything right off the bat. We have so much stuff. Use that website to learn about the products though. It's great. So yeah, I think that in terms of getting started, I don't want to overload you guys and I talk a lot. I know that. So let me take a break and I'm going to look at some of the stuff on the side. If you guys have any questions, ask them now. I might go off on a little tangent when I answer them, which I think is good. You guys help me jog my memory. If you have any big questions about getting started, I know I had a ton when I was new. No question is a dumb question, seriously. So let me read in here. Okay. Devin, my New Jersey launch, 32 people said they were coming, 4 showed, and it was a great time and great sales. Yes, okay, thank you. So your wrap party, your launch party, even after that, I throw wrap parties. I had 2 people. I did one with Allison Buckley. You know, she's one of the Emeralds on the team, soon to be Diamond. And she and I collectively got, I think, 3 people to show up. And we did an all day, like different time slots on a Saturday. And 3 people the whole day showed up. 3 groups, I guess you could say. One of those groups was Emma, who's one of our team captains, right? Now, did we get bummed out because only 3 people showed? No. 2 of the other groups signed on as loyals. 1 signed on as an amazing distributor. The other one is still one of my potential distributors, and she'll be signing up next month. You know, so lunch parties are great, no matter what size they are. That being said, I do recommend, though, do it on a weeknight. I know everyone's first thought is weekend, everyone's available, but that's exactly it. It's the weekend. People are going to think of things they have to do. They're going to think of better plans. They're going to get tired and want to rest. They're going to be with their kids. You know, things come up. They're less likely to come to your wrap party if it's on a weekend. I find the best day is usually a Thursday evening because people get paid on Friday. They're getting excited for the weekend. People don't have anything to do on the weeknights in winter. What are people doing besides just like going to bed, you know? So you're more likely to have people come to your launch if you do it on a weeknight. And I didn't mention how to invite them. Okay, so I don't really recommend doing a Facebook invite. A lot of people don't even read those. And even if they do, even if they say yes, that doesn't mean they're going to come. It just means they're going to be getting more notifications than they usually do, which can annoy some people. I recommend you calling or texting because it's a lot more personal, the people that you want to come to your launch. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I say. Okay, so if you're taking notes, make sure you get this one down. So I say to them, I say, hey, I start convo with them. And then I say, so listen, you know, that little business that I started on the side, my team leader is coming over with a bunch of samples. So I say, hey, that little side business I started, my team leader is coming over with samples. You don't have to buy anything. But if you wanted to try a wrap, we'll have them discounted. If you bring a friend, I'll discount it even more. I just want to practice talking about the products in front of people I'm comfortable around. I just want to get used to trying to talk about the products in front of people I'm comfortable around. If you could come support me and just show up for an hour, I would really appreciate it. Or you can say it would mean a lot or something like that, depending, you know, make it sound like you, but ultimately you're asking them for help and support and just being there, just listening to you, you know, as you get used to this new thing. And people who are really close to you will probably show up and, you know, maybe they'll learn something because like I said, a lot of people don't even know that we have all this stuff. And it's a lot less salesy if you're just showing them in person versus rattling off messages at them with all this different info. Another saying I love is a confused brain says no. So anybody who gets overwhelmed by too much or too much info or too much writing, you know, if you word vomit on people, don't. Just key it back. Delete some stuff. Keep it to like a few sentences. Because the minute you confuse someone, they're just going to stop reading and not really give a crap what you say. They're just going to be like, okay. You know, and they're not going to pay attention to you. So you want to keep it short, simple, casual. Don't worry about being the, you know, it works 2017. Just be you. Can you have more than one party? Yeah, you can have as many parties as you want. Truth be told, a lot of people are intimidated by parties. But there are great ways to get in front of a lot more people. Think about it. You're hoping one person messages you off of a post, if that, right? You're doing it more so for exposure and in time, hope that someone reaches out. With a party, you're in front of people that will probably buy from you because they'll be, you know, reading about it and be like, this is great. So parties are awesome. I promoted 2 levels and got to diamond and got my big bonus last year because I did like 8 parties in a month. So you can do as many parties as you're comfortable with. That's awesome. The more the better. Yeah, Devin's had parties all over the place. Just came across a brand new distributor on my friends list and her Facebook page is very spammy looking. Everything Michelle says not to do. Yeah, it's bad. When you get to a page, that's also, so if you're not going to be posting a lot, that's cool. Still post what you normally would as a non-It-Works person. You want to make sure that when someone goes through your Facebook, it does not look It-Worksy. You don't want to have It-Works independent distributor as your job. You don't want to have, you know, your cover page be It-Works or your display photo be It-Works. You want to just be your Facebook page. So that being said, as you're scrolling through it, you want it to be like a good mix of stuff you'd normally post. Because it's a big turnoff when someone sees it and they're like, ugh. So, oh, another thing I forgot. Try to add friends daily. If you want some tips for adding new friends, you can reach out to me or your enroller. Or if you search on the Team Amato page for scavenger hunt, I made like a cute little, friend adding scavenger hunt for you guys. So you keep it fun and interesting. Try to add people daily. You want to expand your network, especially a lot of people will say to me, I don't have a big network, or I'm from a small town in the middle of nowhere. I get that all the time from people, which is why they want this business. And that being said, you have to expand your network. I mean, I didn't get distributors in other countries just by, staying within my friends. Like, I expanded my network. So we'll help you do that, but just keep it in mind that daily, you want to keep adding some people. Especially if you're under, I would say, 1,000 Facebook friends. That should be your big goal in the next few months, is like, make sure you get up to 1,000 in the next, obviously if you have 100 friends, you don't have to worry about having 1,000 by tomorrow, but try to keep that as a running goal. So let's see. Those are awesome ambassadors. Thank you, Nicole. I like how my Facebook reminds you of Alyssa's. That's a big compliment. Yeah, Stephanie, I'm so excited that you're excited. Who's the one YouTube girl you had me watch in the start? Jade. Jade Hooper is great. She's even chattier than I am, though. So you can definitely skip ahead and get different, tips and stuff from her. Don't worry about watching. If you see that a video is like 2 hours long, don't get scared. A lot of that is like her talking to her son, like, trying to take care of her kids. So you can just skip through that. But Jade Hooper has awesome YouTube videos. Product Coach is bookmarked on my phone. Yeah, Product Coach is awesome. I missed most of the trainings. Is there a way to send a copy, or how I get all the videos so I know what was said? It's being recorded now. Okay, so now I know you guys got more questions than this. Come on, throw them at me. Even if you think they're stupid or you're afraid to ask them or whatever, you can just press, like, if you scroll over, it'll say like microphone to press to talk. If you do that, I don't know who's asking it. So if you're afraid of that, you can just ask away on that feature. Or type it in the chat. When should new distributors start posting about their whys? Okay, so I had mentioned before about posting business posts or opportunity posts or whatever. Start that right away. Now, I know that you're probably like, well, I haven't made any money yet. Like, what am I going to possibly post that will possibly impress someone to want to join our team? Okay, the less you post about the big stuff, the more believable it is. I mean, my fiance and I have hit for 50,000 in bonuses, and we've been doing this for a year and a half, but you don't see me post about that all that much because it sounds unbelievable. It sounds either like I'm making it up or like, okay, but that's her. How could I do that? So but you'll see me post about my grocery trip or something with my wedding. I posted about the stamps on my wedding invitations because it's like $300 for that. And who the hell knew that? I didn't think of that. I don't know why. It was like $300 for postage. So things like that are unexpected life costs that people really would rather not pay. So that is super relatable. When you're trying to relay to somebody that you can do this from your phone, anybody can do this, you don't want to go ahead and show them some big, dream story. You want to show them like, hey, it's attainable for anybody, no matter what level you're at. So a good way to get used to writing like that is to start out with writing about your why. We all do this to make money, let's be honest, or, to meet people or for a hobby, but like those are the big reasons. But I encourage you guys to dig deeper than that. Why do you need that extra money? What could that help you with? What could that help your family with? What does it mean to you doing this? Are you scared or nervous? Post about it. The more you let people in and get real with people, the more respect they have for you in this business, and the more likely they're going to be to want to reach out to you, because they know you're a human being and that you have feelings and you have goals. You're not just spamming the shit out of your friends. So get real with them in the beginning. you can even say, I haven't made any money doing this yet, but you know, like, I mean, now I'm talking if you're super new. If you've been doing this for a year and you've only made a little bit of money, you don't be like, I haven't even made any money, you know, but like if you're super new, just be like, I don't have any money that I could brag to you about with this business yet. But what I do have is a team full of supportive people that are going to help me reach my goal of starting a Disney fund for my kids, or, you know, planning a amazing family vacation next year, or you know, helping me put money away towards diapers, towards childcare, which is crazy expensive, towards girls, you know, drinks with the girls at the end of the week every week. Whatever it is, you can talk about how you're excited to get there and talk about your why. I recommend that from the get-go. It really puts a lot more heart behind your business, which is important. People buy you first, you know? So let's see. If I have friends in other states, if I wanted to do a party with them, would that mean I have to go to their state to do a party? No, you can do a Facebook party if you want. You can do a live, and I'm like, I've done so many lives that I'm completely numb to them now, so I don't care. I'll do a live party for somebody, if you've seen it on my page, where it's for someone else, but it's on my Facebook, and they tag their friends and everybody in there, on there, I should say. Or you can make an event and go live in the event if you're shy. Definitely reach out and ask for the best ways to market for those, because you have to put the work in before a Facebook party to market it the right way so that people actually know to go watch it. It's a little bit more legwork because people are kind of, like I said, they're kind of lazy, so they might forget and be home relaxing, not want to go on Facebook. So just reach out to your enroller. They can give you some good tips on marketing that the right way. But you can totally do that on Facebook. You don't have to be there in person. Good question, by the way. So what else? Come on, throw it at me. Let's see. Oh, I see someone typing. Brittany, I saw you jump at that computer. I don't bite. Don't worry. Yes, we'll have a party for you when you come out here. I'm so excited for you to make your way out here. That's awesome. Trying to think whatever. So I do want to touch on the first thing. So now I mentioned that the steps of success are 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors every month. And like I said, you don't have to like beat yourself up if you don't hit that. There's no like quota, you know, you don't have to worry about it. That's just a personal goal. But if you're like, well, I'm new, how am I going to get distributors or whatever? I want you guys to take the pressure off. I want you guys to have fun with this. Now, when you're new, you're not going to make a ton of money the first paycheck. I want to be honest with you guys so you're not disappointed. I had an amazing first check, right? Crazy good for the industry. Like, you know, it was a big deal, and it was $160. My fiance, Nick, made $17 on his first check. So, you know, it's like a lot of, some people, what? Did you not make $17 your first check? I'm not talking smack if it's true. So Nick's getting salty. So it's different from person to person. Some people come into this with a huge network and they jump right in and they're like ready to go right off the bat. And even they don't make like, you know, hundreds upon hundreds of dollars. It's their first check. Sometimes it takes you a few checks to see some like really amazing money. But you have to remember at the end of the day, it's more than you started out with from being on Facebook and talking to people. You don't have to go work another shift. You don't have to go on your feet for, you know, work somewhere. You don't have to get out of leave your house. You don't have to leave your pajamas. You don't have to leave your bed. You can just be on Facebook and whatever you get is extra. Now, that will come with time. The big money will come when you get consistent, when you are putting work in. This doesn't have to take over your life. But I tell people when the number one question I get asked is how much money can you make? You can make an unlimited amount of money. That's the greatest thing about what we do. But most people don't, because they don't put in the time to get there because they want the immediate results. So you have to kind of decide, like, you know, do I want it right away? So maybe you'll be comfortable with like $100, a few $100 a month, or do I want to make life-changing money? And that'll take you having fun, but being consistent with this for few months, you know, to get it going. So I just ask you guys, you know, don't put so much pressure on yourself. Remember to have fun. Now I want to go into the distributor talk after giving you guys those expectations. A lot of people are going to say no. And that's not going to mean no because you suck. That's going to be no because you're new and they need to see you be consistent to trust wanting to do this with you. How many of you guys told me or whoever enrolled you no before you said yes? Pretty much everybody. Like I watched my enroller for a year without reaching out to her and doing this. So it took me a year to be convinced on my own. Had she reached out to me before that year, I would have said no. But we wouldn't be here talking, you know, if she didn't just continue doing what she was doing and being consistent. She didn't even know I existed, and I popped up out of the blue. So when someone says no, it's not right now. And that means it's more important than ever to keep in contact with them. You know, be their friend, get to know them. I don't care when people tell me no, because I'll talk to them again next week or 2 weeks. I'm going to keep chatting. If something happens in I see on their Facebook and their day, I'm going to talk to them about it. Not always about business or the reps. And eventually those distributors will come. Just relax and be yourselves and have fun with it. Okay. So they put so much pressure on themselves to find distributors. It takes all the fun out of it. And then who the hell wants to join you if you're like pouty? Can I come to you and do a live Facebook wrap party? Absolutely, Nicole. That would be fun. Totally. Yeah, Steph, you told Devin no like 2 times, right? Yeah. So we're super excited to have you, Steph. I watched you and Nick for like 6 months before I joined. Yep. I've had people who have blocked me. I've had people who have unfriended me and then refriended me. I've had people that told me that they were thinking about joining another company. I've had people who joined other companies and then came back and was like, actually, I want to join you instead. I've had people who tried this and quit and then came back and decided to kick some serious ass, and that's okay too. This is literally the most amazing thing because you can make it anything you want. You can make it a hobby. You can make it a career. It's whatever you want to do. So don't feel like you have to apologize to your enroller if you don't post every single day. I want you guys to take that in and know that when you don't post every day, the only thing that's hurting is you and your business. So I encourage you guys, I know you're all capable, take ownership of your business. Congratulations, you're all new business owners. And I can't wait, along with your enrollers and our team captains, to see you guys succeed. So, wait, let me see. Sorry, one more question snuck in there. Definitely don't want to be messaging people every day about joining. I had that happen to me. Yeah, no. So, before I let you go, I'll say congratulations again because that was like a pretty epic closing, right? So, but before we go again, you have to be careful with messaging, with being spammy. When someone likes your post, now this is different from leader to leader, and there's no, my way is not the best way or whatever. It's just what works for me. When someone likes my stuff, I don't message them because they're like, what does that set up? That sets up like, if I like her stuff, she's just going to keep messaging me. So while people are trying to become convinced, they don't want you to hound them and pester them. So I never message anybody who likes my stuff. Even if they like every single business post I ever post, I still don't message them. When they comment, I will message them. And this, I don't know if this is too much for the first chat, but in time, I'll teach you guys. I will reach out to people that I think would be great at this because I genuinely think they'd be great at this. And I'll say to them, hey, I have a question for you. Would you ever want to learn what I do? Like, I keep it so simple. And I don't do that to I don't go and mass message. Like, that's just when I come across somebody I think is great or I'm pushing for a big bonus. But I'm so not into the whole cold messaging thing. How many of you guys would have not joined if you got hounded or spammed by your enroller? It's like the biggest turnoff. Like, ugh. If Leah had messaged me and my enroller had messaged me, I wouldn't have joined. It would have been too much. So that being said, keep it cool, calm, and cash. And I have so much faith in all of you. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to close it out again and get mushy with y'all. I'm so glad that you guys trusted us to get involved. I hope that you guys feel comfortable always to talk to any of us. Reach out, comment on the team page, whatever. And I'm super excited to see where this team goes and what we accomplish. So All right. I will announce the next Zoom. We do them weekly. We're going to be doing them weekly. I'll announce it on the page, and I hope to hear from you guys. All right. So thank you for joining. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Okay. Bye.